In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 college basketball games happening on January 22, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Wake Forest versus North Carolina. Wake Forest is set to face off against North Carolina in an upcoming Atlantic Coast Conference basketball clash, igniting the excitement of basketball enthusiasts. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons, holding a commendable record of 13-5 with a 5-2 Atlantic Coast Conference standing, will be challenging the formidable number 4 North Carolina Tar Heels, who boast an impressive 15-3 record and an unbeaten 7-0 against the spread in the Atlantic Coast Conference. In their recent outings, Wake Forest secured a convincing victory against Louisville with a 90-65 scoreline, emerging as 15.5-point home favorites. Meanwhile, North Carolina triumphed on the road against Boston College with a 76-66 win, where they were favored by 7.5 points. Last season, these teams clashed twice, each defending their home court, and now North Carolina is favored by 8.5 points in the upcoming matchup. In the previous game, Wake Forest demonstrated their offensive prowess against Louisville, accumulating an impressive 90 points en route to a 25-point triumph. A balanced scoring effort saw 5 players contributing at least 11 points, with Hunter Sally standing out with a stellar performance of 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Throughout the season, Wake Forest has maintained an average of 80.6 points, juxtaposed with a defensive yield of 70 points per game. The team's offensive prowess is highlighted by their 50th ranking, and key player Hunter Sally's has been instrumental, shooting at an impressive 48.4% from the field and 40% from beyond the three-point line. On the other side, North Carolina enters the matchup in excellent form, securing a noteworthy road victory against Boston College with a 76-point performance. Cormac Ryan and R.J. Davis exhibited standout performances, contributing 14 and 16 points, respectively. The Tar Heels maintain a season average of 83 points, coupled with a robust defense allowing only 69 points per game. R.J. Davis, with an average of 20 points, has been a key contributor, shooting at 43.1% from the field and an impressive 41.2% from three-point range. As the stage is set for Big Monday, this Atlantic Coast Conference showdown promises an exciting clash between top contenders. North Carolina currently holds a commanding 2-game lead in the conference, positioning themselves as potential frontrunners for the conference title. Wake Forest, along with 3 other teams, shares the second-place spot with 2 conference losses. The challenge for Wake Forest lies in facing the red-hot Tar Heels, and despite the sizable point spread, the Tar Heels remain the favored pick. While Wake Forest stands as a formidable team, boasting Ken Palm's 36th ranking and Torvik's 44th, they are yet to secure a Quad 1 win. The team showcases strength in home games with notable victories over Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Miami. However, their vulnerability on the road is evident, having suffered defeats at the hands of Florida State and NC State, both by single-digit margins. The prevailing sentiment is that North Carolina is poised to secure victory, with the only question being whether they can cover the 8.5-point spread. North Carolina's dominance on both ends of the court, ranking 15th in offensive efficiency and 4th in defense, solidifies their status as a formidable force in the league. North Carolina's recent hot streak, marked by an 8-game winning streak and convincing victories, positions them as one of the premier teams nationally. The Tar Heels have not only been winning but also covering the spread, with 7 out of their last 8 wins meeting the mark. With a robust defense ranked 4th in efficiency and an offense ranked 15th, North Carolina holds a distinct advantage on both sides of the court. The impending matchup against Wake Forest, a team that has struggled on the road in recent games, further favors the Tar Heels' prospects in continuing their dominance in conference play. In the Atlantic Coast Conference, North Carolina has been a force to be reckoned with, securing victories by double digits against most opponents. Their average victory margin of 15 in the conference surpasses their overall season average of 14.1. The team's impressive offensive output, scoring 83.4 points per game, is complemented by a stellar defense defense allowing only 39.8% shooting from the field and a sub-30% rate from beyond the arc. This defensive prowess will be crucial in containing Wake Forest's formidable four-guard set. For Wake Forest to find success in Chapel Hill, their reliance on three-point shooting becomes crucial. However, North Carolina's exceptional perimeter defense, limiting opponents to a mere 29% success rate from beyond the arc, poses a challenge. Wake Forest's recent struggles on the road, evidenced by losses against NC State and Florida State, suggest a tough road ahead. North Carolina, with their 4th-ranked efficient defense and 15th-ranked defense, holds a comprehensive advantage on both ends of the court, paving the way for continued success in conference play. The statistical variance, according to Ken Palm, hovers around 9 without factoring in any home court advantage for the Tar Heels. North Carolina's entry into the matchup with an 8-game winning streak solidifies their status as one of the hottest teams nationally. Recent victories with margins of 10, 16, 36, 13, and 10 points underscore their offensive prowess, averaging 83 points per game. In contrast, Wake Forest, while starting the year solidly, has exhibited inconsistency in their recent 5 games, notably losing their last 2 road contests against NC State and Florida State. The stage seems set for North Carolina to continue their offensive dominance, so the North Carolina Tar Heels to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. As the game unfolds, the prediction leans towards North Carolina not only securing a victory but also covering the spread as favorites. Wake Forest's recent trend of consistently surpassing the over and North Carolina's fast-paced and efficient offense suggests a high-scoring affair. Wake Forest, with 4 players averaging over 14 points per game, presents a scoring threat, complemented by the return of Monsanto, a top scorer from the previous season. Despite Wake's scoring potential, North Carolina's athleticism and superior inside presence, particularly with Armando Bacot, give them the edge. The recent trend of high-scoring encounters between the two teams, with the over hitting 5 times in a row, further supports the prediction of surpassing the projected total. North Carolina's fast-paced play, efficient offense, and dominance on the boards contribute to their consistent high-scoring performances, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Cincinnati versus Kansas. Cincinnati and Kansas, both formidable basketball teams, are set to face each other for the first time as Big 12 rivals. This intriguing matchup takes place at Allen Fieldhouse in Lawrence, Kansas, renowned for being one of the most formidable home courts in the nation. The Bearcats began their season impressively, losing only 2 of their initial 10 games against Xavier and Dayton. Since then, Cincinnati has maintained a 5-3 record, securing victories against Merrimack, Stetson, Evansville, Brigham Young University, and TCU, while facing setbacks against Texas, Baylor, and Oklahoma. In their recent contest against Oklahoma, the Bearcats were deadlocked at 31-31 going into the second half, but ultimately succumbed to a 69-65 defeat. Noteworthy performances were delivered by Sima Lukosius with 17 points and 7 rebounds, and John Newman with 14 points and 5 boards. On the Jayhawks side, they dominated their first 14 games, triumphing over notable opponents like Kentucky, UConn, and TCU. However, their recent form has seen them go 2-2, with losses to UCF and West Virginia offset by victories against Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. In their latest game against West Virginia, the Jayhawks found themselves tied at halftime but struggled in the second half, ultimately losing 91-84. Kevin McCullough led the scoring with 24 points and 5 assists, while Hunter Dickinson contributed 19 points and 5 rebounds. Although this is the inaugural meeting between the two teams as Big 12 adversaries, they have crossed paths 7 times in the past, with the last encounter occurring in 1996. In the current season, Cincinnati holds an 8-10 against the spread record, while Kansas stands at 7-10 against the spread. Despite facing setbacks, Kansas has demonstrated resilience by responding with significant wins over ranked opponents. The brutal schedule of the Big 12 has been unkind to Cincinnati, and this trend is expected to persist, especially considering the challenging environment of Allen Fieldhouse and the size advantage possessed by the Jayhawks. The Bearcats' defense is anticipated to struggle against the sharpshooters of Kansas, who exhibit a 5-point increase in scoring at home compared to their away games. Consequently, the Kansas Jayhawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both Cincinnati and Kansas exhibit a preference for a relatively fast-paced style of play, with neither team showcasing a particularly robust defense this season. The Bearcats maintain an above-average pace, while the Jayhawks prioritize offensive play, making the over a viable option. According to Ken Palm rankings, Cincinnati is positioned at number 157 in adjusted tempo and number 131 in average offensive possession length, while Kansas stands at number 129 and number 51, respectively. Defensive prowess is not a strong suit for either team, as Kansas is ranked number 82 in opposing points per game, and Cincinnati is at number 47. Expectations for the availability of three-point shots are high, given that Kansas ranks number 148 in three-point percentage defense, and Cincinnati's defense is positioned at number 75. This matchup showcases two top-half offenses in the Big 12, collectively accounting for 19 games hitting the over this season. Ken Palm rankings place Kansas at 135th in tempo and 29th in offense, while Cincinnati ranks 139th in tempo and 64th in offense. Both teams have demonstrated their scoring prowess, with the Bearcats surpassing 80 points in 9 games and the Jayhawks achieving 80 or more points in 9 games, including 7 instances with 85 points or more. The over has proven successful in Kansas' recent games, going 5-1 in their last 6 and maintaining a 3-1 record in their last 4 games at Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas enters this matchup with determination after a surprising road loss to West Virginia in their previous game. Despite 2 losses in their last 4 games, both occurring on the road, the Jayhawks, especially at home, have proven to be formidable offensively. Cincinnati, on the other hand, has experienced 3 close losses in their last 4 games, with margins of 4, 3, and 1. With the home advantage and offensive prowess in their favor, Kansas is expected to score abundantly in this game. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.